What if I told you the greatest threat to the American worker today isn't China, Russia, or even trade wars, it's robots? Not the kind you see in sci-fi movies, but the real machines quietly replacing millions of jobs across factories, offices, and even restaurants. And here's the shocking twist. This isn't just about technology. It's about power, wealth, and a class war that could reshape America's future. Because behind every robot, every AI system, and every automation breakthrough lies a fundamental question. Who owns the machines and who benefits from them? Stay tuned, because what's happening right now with AI and automation isn't just an economic story. It's a political and social earthquake, one that could divide America into two classes, those who own the robots and those replaced by them. At first glance, automation seems like progress. Machines doing repetitive work, AI handling paperwork, self-driving trucks reducing accidents. Politicians and tech CEOs frame it as innovation that will make life easier and create new opportunities. But when you peel back the glossy press releases, a much darker reality emerges. The truth is that AI and robots aren't being deployed to help workers, they're being deployed to eliminate them. In warehouses across Ohio, robots now move pallets faster than any human could. In customer service centers, AI chatbots replace entire teams of employees overnight. And in California, companies are already experimenting with fully automated fast food kitchens where a handful of managers oversee machines that cook, package, and deliver meals. The result? Millions of jobs gone. And here's the kicker. The productivity gains and cost savings don't go to the workers or the communities losing those jobs. They go straight to the shareholders and executives who own the machines. That's why this isn't just about technology, it's about class. Take trucking, for example. Nearly 3.5 million Americans depend on driving trucks for their livelihood. It's one of the largest working-class jobs in the country. But with the rise of self-driving technology, industry insiders predict that by the 2030 seconds, more than half of those jobs could vanish. Imagine the ripple effect. Every diner, motel, and repair shop that depends on truckers will suffer. Small towns along highways will wither. Communities that already feel abandoned will be pushed past the breaking point. And it's not just trucking. Legal assistants, accountants, journalists, even teachers' professions once considered safe are now facing automation threats from advanced AI systems. Chatbots draft contracts, algorithms grade assignments, AI tools write news articles faster than human reporters. The pattern is clear. Every sector is vulnerable. But the real question is why? Why is automation being deployed in ways that destroy jobs instead of creating new ones? The answer lies in how capitalism treats technology. In a worker-owned system, robots could mean fewer working hours, more free time, and shared prosperity. Imagine if machines did the hard labor and everyone got to work 4 days a week with the same pay. But under capitalism, machines are property. They belong to corporations, not to society. And that means the benefits flow upward to a small class of owners, while the costs, unemployment, wage cuts, insecurity fall on everyone else. This is why Richard Wolff calls automation a battlefield in the class war, because when corporations deploy robots, they aren't simply upgrading technology, they're shifting power. Every job replaced by a machine weakens labor's bargaining position. Unions lose leverage. Workers who once demanded higher wages are told, if you won't accept less, a robot will take your place. The message is brutal but effective: accept precarity or face obsolescence. The human toll is already visible. In the Midwest, factories that once employed thousands now hum with machines and a fraction of the workforce. In warehouses, workers push themselves to exhaustion, racing against algorithms that track every movement. In hospitals, nurses find themselves monitored by AI systems that decide staffing levels, often prioritizing efficiency over care. Meanwhile, corporate profits soar. Amazon's warehouse automation added billions to its bottom line. Tech giants like Microsoft and Google report record margins thanks to AI-powered productivity. But wages for the average worker, flat for decades. The result is a growing chasm between the class that owns the machines and the class being replaced by them. And here's where the story takes an explosive turn. This isn't just about economics, it's about democracy. Because when wealth concentrates in the hands of a tiny elite, so does political power. The owners of AI and robotics don't just control the economy, they begin to control legislation, media narratives, and even public opinion. The class war isn't fought only in factories, it's fought in Congress, where billionaires push tax breaks for automation investments while slashing unemployment protections. It's fought in schools, where funding for job training evaporates, leaving workers unprepared for displacement. It's fought in your community, where local leaders beg corporations to invest in jobs that may never come. But there's a twist. Just as automation displaces millions, it also exposes the fragility of the system itself. Because machines don't buy houses, they don't pay taxes, and they don't shop at local stores. If too many jobs vanish, demand collapses. And when demand collapses, even the corporations celebrating automation face shrinking markets. In other words, unchecked automation isn't just a threat to workers, it's a threat to capitalism itself. That's why some economists argue the class war sparked by AI could trigger a larger systemic crisis. Imagine mass unemployment, ballooning inequality, and a political backlash so intense it reshapes American society. The anger is already visible in union drives at Amazon and Starbucks, in strikes across auto plants, and in the growing demand for policies like universal basic income. So where does this leave us? On one side, a small elite owning and profiting from automation. On the other, millions facing job loss, lower wages, and shattered communities. And in the middle, a political system struggling to manage the fallout. This is what a class war looks like in the 21st century. Not tanks and soldiers, but algorithms and robots deployed to strip workers of power and funnel wealth upward. The question now is simple but urgent. Will America allow this class war to continue unchecked, or will it demand a new system where the benefits of automation are shared? Will robots be tools for liberation or weapons of class domination? I want to hear from you. Do you think AI and robots can ever benefit workers, or are they destined to deepen inequality? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this video opened your eyes, don't forget to subscribe. We're working hard to bring you stories that connect the biggest economic shifts to your life, your job, and your future. Because make no mistake, the class war is here, and the machines are already choosing sides.